Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the month of May. So I spread out your cards here in one row. So we have the Five of Cups, 17 the Star card, Nine of Cups, Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands, and Page of Cups here. Now let's get right into it. Now with the Five of Cups card, what I'm thinking is that you're doing some sort of emotional cleanup in your inner space. You're letting go of the old relationships, the old hopes, the of those goals or people or situations that didn't fulfill you truly. Maybe you had to give more than you were receiving, and because of that, now you need to release certain things from your life. And I feel this energy somehow is building up. You have cups here, and the cups relate to the water energy. This means emotional waters, okay? So you need to navigate through some things from your past and finally put some things to rest now. And after this, you have the Star card. This is wish fulfillment right here, okay? It's like by starting this process of spring cleaning your emotions, you kind of tap into this higher knowledge. You get some sort of inspiration from the divine. And I think with this card, you're finally realizing that you're over these situations are dead and gone, and you should move forward towards the future, okay? You have a strong wish within you to do something, while leaving all of this behind and sacrificing the things that no longer serve you. This beautiful signal is getting more and more strong inside of you. You're getting very real with yourself about what it is that you want to work towards the future. So these situations haven't served me so well up until now. Let me just sacrifice them so I can get really clear on what is my ultimate wish in life. And this wish may relate to either your career, it may relate to your love life, or it also may talk about some sort of spiritual awakening, okay? You have been at a certain level up until now, and it's time for you to evolve. Now, when you're experiencing some sort of ascension, some sort of spiritual inspiration or guidance, take into account that this is done in steps, okay? So it's like you're climbing a ladder. You are here now with this flash of insight, you're getting to the next step. But don't think that this is the ultimate step, because there will be another level and so on until you know, life ends, you return to source, and probably you will reincarnate and start another journey. But here I think you somehow connect back to that original source energy. You get in touch with some information. It's like you seeing the grander scheme of things for your life. This is a card of Aquarius. So Aquarius is like an alien in this world, because they have such higher knowledge. They have their minds always connected to the stars, to the divine, and they get flashes of insight. They get new ideas from this divine energy over here. So what I'm thinking with you is that as last month, I think you have shooting stars here with a lot of wishes and new ideas. But when this happens, when you're at that bottom level, not bottom level, when you're at a certain level, and there comes new information and you ascend to the next step, you will need to leave some situations behind. It's time to let them go. They will not resonate with you like this antenna here, okay? They will not resonate with you. And if you're thinking about your love relationship or your romantic involvement or another person, what I'm thinking is that you're leaving someone behind with this star card, because you're like a shooting star going through space to another dimension, to another place, and one person is being left behind to water these flowers. It's like the cycle of water through on the earth, you know. Some water goes up into the clouds and it's brought down back to its source, and another one goes through the ground to water the plants. So you're sacrificing people here. But with the star card coming after this one, what I'm thinking is that you're kind of taking a decision to part ways with another person because you're not resonating anymore. They somehow they're not a part of this bigger scheme that you're gonna download for your life now. So yeah, I will talk about you also have the Knight of Swords here that's riding a bull, and you have this sort of blood sacrifice over here relating to these red flowers over here. So what I'm thinking is that for some of you in a love relationship, you may have been experiencing this Taurus energy. Maybe you are involved with the Taurus, but you have been embodying this energy that other people would easily sacrifice you than to sacrifice themselves for you, sacrifice their resources, time, energy, attention, memory. So with this card here, I think you're getting very real with yourself, that you don't want to be sacrificed anymore, because you know it takes a toll on you. It's not of your highest interest, and now you're connected to the divine. And what I'm thinking, that inside of you, you sort of understand the thing that in order to have a healthy love relationship, it's no use to sacrifice yourself. I mean, life is more hard at certain points, and maybe it's better to self-sacrifice yourself then, because you decide so when those tough moments come, rather than having someone sacrifice you just for the sake of it, just because they will know that you will put up with it. Another thing here with the star card, if you look very closely at the card, this person right here is a bit has features from both sexes. It's having a male face on a female body. Okay, As I said, talks about the Aquarius, who is like an alien here on Earth. The idea is that I'm getting the sense that you are somehow integrating your feminine side and your masculine side. You're, by divine inspiration, by intuition, I think that you kind of accept both these energies, the yin and the yang, inside of you. And once they come together, you become a whole person, okay? You become a whole new person. And we have here, in the next two cards, we have your feminine side and your masculine side. Now, your feminine side here, the Knight of Cups, nines usually relate to the Hermit energy. And what your female side is realizing now, after getting this inspiration, after becoming whole in oneself and seeing your goals, your biggest wish being illuminated, your feminine side now realizes that, hey, I actually have a lot of suitors, a lot of opportunities, a lot of possibilities here. This card also talks about wish fulfillment. You see what's happening? You see? Just because you're done sacrificing yourself and you see the greater goal right in front of you, it's like a flash of insight, of inspiration. Suddenly your whole world changes, because you go from a 5 of cups, maybe poisonous cups, to having 9 of cups. A great number of possibilities for you. And I think you're realizing this inside of you. So your feminine side, while it's looking around, suddenly it gets this idea that you don't have to stick with the old and the bad, because here they come. All these people, all these possibilities, all the things that you can do, all the things that you can create emotionally here. But, dear Sagittarius, your masculine side is a bit trigger happy here. Now, you've let go of the old and the bad and all that venom, all these parasitic relationships, bonds, and you have your ultimate wish and so many possibilities. People looking at you, admiring you, appreciating you, receiving a lot of compliments and offers and you know, calls, these are like emotional callings in a way. It's like people offering their hearts to you, like, here, you can drink from the cup of my heart. No, take mine, please. Okay, so what I'm thinking is you may be showing up at the party and the light is shining on you and so many people are eyeballing you in a very pleasant way, and I think you actually deserve this type of attention. It's healthy for you coming out from this 5 of Cups situation here. But really to take care a bit, I mean, take your time to integrate this and actually look at all the possibilities here with a bit of patience, okay? Be more in your feminine side and have a bit of patience, because I know you're trigger happy, Sagittarius. I know you don't have the time to waste, because you want to go here, there, and everywhere, experience everything and gather all the knowledge. This is what your life path is about. But here I think that you're getting way too specific about what you want, okay? You have so many possibilities, but here is like you're narrowing down all this beautiful energy that you now have, all your possibilities. It's like you're not even looking at them, because you see someone and you're charging forward swiftly, in a very swift way. This is your masculine side here, the Knight of Swords. You're trying to charge towards a person. We don't have this beautiful energy over here, because the Knight of Swords is sort of blocking it. He is very well guarded, because he has his armor on. He also has a sword, so he's charging forward, okay? He wants to be the savior. Why do you want to be the savior, really, of someone? You just got to this new level, okay, of evolution, and now you want to act righteous, in a very righteous way. Remember the fact that you have no right to be righteous and act as the savior of someone. They may be a person from your past. They may be, by the way that they are presenting themselves, they may somehow touch into these masculine sides of you that wants to go out and save someone, be the savior of a certain person. Because I see you here, you're looking from afar at them. They're way over here, the Page of Cups. They're way over here from you, and you want to go and save them from their life, because you have this new knowledge and you're acting righteous. You see them from afar and like, oh my god, this person is so devolved, so helpless, so affected over here, that you want to swoop in and save them from themselves, I think, from the situations in their life. You know how this applies, you know how you see this person here. But what you are not understanding about the situation is that maybe this person doesn't really need to be saved. You're aiming here for a pattern, a classical pattern of savior and victim of some sort. But I don't think this person is a victim now. Okay, so you're going the wrong way. You're going in a very, just, you have the Nine of Cups. So after realizing that you have so many people, with the King of Swords here, it's like I'm thinking that you are thinking you're taking a decision with your mind, when in fact you should be feeling who is the right person to go to. But here you're getting very specific. It's like, yeah, I may have all these people lying around, but this is the person for me. And you're not seeing clearly. The Knight of Swords is very, it's not ideal to go towards a person like this. Why? First of all, this Page of Cups over here that you're aiming towards, they don't have any armor on. They're actually showing a lot of skin. But you're coming here very protected. I know you may have been experiencing bad emotional bonds in the past, ill connections, but this is not the ideal form to come towards someone if you want to be in a relationship with them. Maybe you miss them, maybe you see the potential, but I would strongly advise against it, okay? Because what I'm getting here as an energy is that these cards, the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups, this is your outer shell here. So we have this person that is sacrificing people, and now you're going towards this person. So right off the bat, you look like you're spilling blood and you're moving towards a person. Maybe you have all the best intentions for them, you want to love them, but you're showing up like this, okay? So you may scare the other person, either with your words, with your intentions, with your, you know, you're trying to impose some sort of thing onto them, like, can you not see this great sacrifice that I've done here, and now I'm coming towards you? This person, I don't think they're even seeing you in any way. You're not even on their radar. You're on the radar here because you're kind of trying to invade them, but you hit a wall here. This Four of Pentacles. This is you moving fast and hitting the wall, because this is unmovable. This is a very square energy. This is like solid rock foundation sitting in one place, and this Knight of Swords, it's coming towards it. So if you would play rock, paper, scissors, this is like scissors coming towards a rock. So, you know, rock wins. So however you're trying to come towards, you're hitting the wall. Why is there a wall here? Let's look at this. The Four of Pentacles talks about stagnation of some sorts, okay? This is the outer shell of the person. This is what you're gonna hit here. It's not home run, I'm sorry, although it's, I think you want to make home run, but it's not. You're looking towards this person. Now, when you're hitting this Four of Pentacles, this person doesn't even acknowledge you. You're not on their radar. They're unmovable, okay? This person here may have some earthly comforts, like they may have a car or they may have a house. They don't have much, they have just a few, and they're holding all these things to themselves, okay? Because I don't think the material part of things actually matters to the Page of Cups. It doesn't really. They just have this because maybe society says that you need to have these in order to survive. So they do the worldly thing of acquiring, I don't know, a house, paying rent, but you see them as being, I don't know, I'm getting this idea of a third world country somehow. Maybe you're trying to, you may be trying to play this thing of, let me cater to your needs because you don't have enough. But you don't get the idea that for this Page of Cups, worldly possessions are not a thing. He has just like the bare minimum, because they don't care about it, really. All they want is love. You may see them as being a page, but what I'm thinking is that they have evolved. Maybe in another reading they would have been showing up as the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups, but here they show up as the page. Why? Because this person may have evolved in the past that king or queen position of having this amazing emotional power. This is their superpower, emotions, and from that position they downgraded back to this Page of Cups energy, because what they want is that fairy tale love. Clearly worldly things don't matter. They want the worldly love, the young type of epic story, love story, epic love. You may see them as being very frivolous, very open with their emotions, with other people. You may be even judging them a bit, because swords are usually judgment. These are arguments. These swords talk about cutting truths, okay? So you're already acting a bit righteous towards them, and they don't need this. If they are on their own, if they're single, if they're having other weird bonds that you cannot understand with other people, this is not any of your business, really, okay? This person is closed off, and you, it's like you trying to come to this party and enter the backstage, okay, where all the party is, well, this person is, but you're not getting there. This person doesn't even acknowledge you, okay? They know what they want. They may act like they're immature, but I don't think they are. This is what you see from the outside, from this side of the fence, okay? It's like the Knight of Swords here. It's trying to, hey, talk to the Page of Cups, like, hey, I want to save you, and the Page of Cups is over here drinking their minds away, not even hearing you. You know, the music is way too loud on this side for this person to make themselves heard. And don't judge this person. Why? Because underneath this layer of what you see here, underneath this, oh, let me talk about another aspect here, because I was talking about drinking. The Page of Cups usually drinks things from his soul, okay? So they may have some sort of addiction, consuming some certain substances. It may be cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, or, you know, whatever this person does, that they're, as I told you before, they're drinking the mind away, because the emotions are way too powerful for their little soul, and they're trying to numb themselves out. Don't judge them for that, because underneath this layer that you see on the outside, that may be driving you a bit crazy here because you want them, and you have all this confirmation from other people that you're great, and your ego may get a bit inflated, and here comes the savior. What you don't understand is that underneath this lies a great burden, a great load that this person is carrying, okay? You may think that they are young, and naive and frivolous and way too open, but I think they deserve it. I think they're doing this because it's the only way that they can get some peace of mind, some, you know, just let loose a bit, because they're carrying this heavy load over here. Okay, you have the 10 of Wands. So what I'm thinking, this single person over here, during the daytime, they have like this endless to-do list. You thought that as a Sagittarius you're doing so many things. No, you haven't seen the to-do list of this person. If they would have like a papyrus, you know, and they would let it loose, it would roll and roll and roll and go down the stairs, and you would see like all the responsibilities that this person is carrying. It's so heavy. It's like, for some of you this may be a person that is of a smaller stature, and they're carrying like this heavy load. It's like some certain type of beautiful, interesting species that is able to carry much more than they weigh, like 10 times more than they weigh. And besides this, while doing all their worldly duties over here, carrying this, all this responsibility here of, like, I can feel just the weight of it. The weight of it is impressive. After doing all of this card in and of itself, it's very heavy for this person to carry. So that's why I was telling you, don't judge, or because after all the things that they do day in and day out, and all the responsibilities that they're carrying, maybe for themselves, for other people, they have a lot of sticks here. So they're doing more than their fair share of daily chores. You can understand why they may consume certain things, or hang out and go out to, you know, hit the club, or do something that you deem very stupid. No, this person also needs to live a bit. You need to relax from time to time. If this person doesn't relax from time to time or let loose, they would go crazy with all this heavy load. They seem a bit fragile here. You didn't even know, because, you know, the outer layer, you didn't even know that this person was capable of doing all of these things. You didn't know. I'm telling you, just because you got to the next step of your evolution, of your spiritual path, don't try to act righteous towards a person, because I don't think you know what's underneath, how their life really is. And if you think you know, you don't. You still don't. This person is doing a whole lot. I didn't even get to the 9 of Swords to explain. Not only are they're doing so much, but here with the 9 of Swords, if they're single, they don't have another person to relate to. Yes, they may be flirting here with some people, but here and there, just, you know, innocent type of exchange of compliments, nothing serious though. They don't have another person to relate to, so they cannot evolve together with another person in a relationship. So what is happening with them is that they are doing this on their own with the 9 of Swords. They're having sleepless nights. They are in this depressive mood because they're working with their shadow. Even in broad daylight, this person could not see the day. They're seeing the darkness inside of them. To do shadow work, it takes a lot of courage, and to see what you have been doing wrong, to have all this grief, live with all this failure in front of you. It's normal that you would have sleepless nights. I'm getting the impression here that this person has a whole lot of swords, that it's in like an excess of swords. So past experience, it's like all the people that have come close to this person over here have put arguments, bad words, bad energies, bad situations, to tear this person down. It's like you have a great deal of swords in this person's heart. So they're looking at all the failures, they're reliving them, they're trying to not make it out alive, but actually gather information, you know, better themselves. Look at the failure, why this hasn't worked, or this hasn't worked, or this. They're doing a whole lot of work here. So if you were to look at it in this way, it somehow makes sense. Now, Sagittarius, you may be this person, and this is the one that's coming towards you. Or you may be this one, and here could be the person that you're aiming towards. I think you're on this side because of the Knight of Swords, that swift movement. And what I'm thinking is also that you're kind of, I feel that you're tired and done with certain situations that don't serve you in the way that they should. And Sagittarius is, as I told you, you're moving swiftly. Here I think you got the knowledge, and now you're trying to get from the second step that you're making to the... Sorry, Sagittarius, camera froze. So I was telling you that you're so trigger happy to experience new things now, so you can get more knowledge and reach another step of enlightenment, like you recently done here in at the start of May or the end of April. But while you're doing this, with the Star card, you may have, like, just take this as a metaphor, you may have gotten your first diploma in life experience, and it's like the school of life, and you've graduated now from a course and gotten your first diploma. But on the right side, you have this other person that may have gotten their life or emotional PhD way too early in life. So they are on another level, on another life path. They're working with their shadow side. They're working with their failures. They're having sleepless nights, and during the day they don't see clearly where they're going, because they're trying to do so much with their life. And that's why I've been telling you that the material side of things doesn't matter to this person. What I'm thinking is that they are doing these worldly things here, okay? So yes, I need to do all the things on my to-do list, just so I can have these elements in my life, have a place to stay, have the bare minimum. But the psychological work that they are doing is impressive. It's impressive. And if you're not sure about what it is that you want to do with this person, it is better to leave them be, okay? They're like this beautiful bird. Yes, you can appreciate them from afar. Don't come like this towards them. They don't even see you, so they don't know that you have this beautiful thing inside of you with the wish fulfillment and all the possibilities and all these great emotional ideas. Now they don't see. Look at these cards. So you have this person that has their face covered up. The sun is shining and they're looking in the darkness. They're crying, they're grieving. This person is carrying so much that one more step and they could fall and just, you know, something bad will happen to them. This person here is they're looking in their glass. They're getting wasted. Yes, because they need to. This is not necessarily a bad person. They're not so naive and young as you perceive them. I think they're keeping themselves young and naive because love is the most important thing for them. And then they know that for a love relationship, you need to be like this in your emotions. Act young. They truly believe in it. And you see them from afar as this beautiful bird, and you want to either catch them for yourself, okay? While you're trying to swoop in and save this person because you don't understand their psychological construct, their emotional status, while you're trying to save them, you're still acting like an invader. You have your armor on because of past events, and now it's like you've learned your lesson. You're trying to act righteous in a way, trying to swoop in and save them. But what it is that you don't understand is the fact that you're acting like a predator, almost charging. You may have the best intentions, because here you have the Knight of Cups, and this person is the Page of Cups, so they're holding another cup. So what your intentions are is, I've pulled this card on purpose to help you understand. So if you could combine all your beautiful ideas here that you have with the other person's heart, it's like you get a 10 of Cups situation. You want this emotional fulfillment, being at home with this person, being emotionally fulfilled. This is the ultimate dream. And when it comes to love relationships, friends, this beautiful epic bond. It's like if you look at the card, you see also the rainbow here. So it's like the ending of a cartoon where the sun is shining, everyone is celebrating, and you can just write on it the end. They lived happily ever after. The end. So yes, your intentions are great because you want this happy ever after love story, but what it is that you are doing is that you're coming with a sword here to this collection. You want to contribute with your sword. It's not like you want to, you just don't realize it. So you have the Nine of Swords here. This person is already having sleepless nights, working hard during the day. They're looking at all these things. You think that they don't know this pattern, this role that you want to play? Don't you think that they have a sword exactly like yours here in this collection? This is another card that I've pulled out just to simplify the understanding of the cards. One more sword added to this Nine of Swords, and you get the Ten of Swords. It's clear as day. Ten of Swords is the ultimate defeat. It's death in the minor arcana. So you're gonna affect this person in a way that's gonna destroy them. I may also talk about rebirth when it comes to this card, but it usually comes after this, but not here and not in this case, not with all the things that this person is doing right now. So if you hit the wall of this refusal, of this person being completely disconnected from you, don't just try to leave them alone. So this is your reading for the month of May. You may be this person or this person. You know how it applies to you. Thank you for the likes and subscriptions and all that things. It actually helps us. And either this month or next month we're gonna set up a PayPal account if you want to buy us a coffee. We're trying to raise money for a new camera that will not freeze so often. Thank you, Sagittarius, and please do take care of yourself, because April was tough, and now May is testing you a bit. Is really testing you. Also, last month I had an issue with my car when I was trying to do the Sagittarius reading, and this month it's like I had this glass bottle fall on the floor and go out in shambles before trying to read for you. Also, some emotional trouble came into the picture, so I don't know what it is with your energy, but it's really taking a toll on me every time I'm trying to tap into your energy, because you're going through great transformations and great life events now. So I wish you the best, and we will see each other next month. Goodbye, Sagittarius.